Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time? For real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't afford it. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes. Letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever reward. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing?
Fighting out of the southpaw stance, standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. I give you one minute. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with real life. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in pretty. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me.
Classic. Yo, I'm Classic with the Classic Codes. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Go to Classic Code Sports. If you are tapped in on any of my other platforms, Kick at the Classic Codes or YouTube at the Classic Codes, make sure before the end of the night you slide over to Classic Code Sports, which is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and hit that subscribe button. We are on the march to 1K subs. We are on the road to monetization. Money, as I like to say, man. So right now we are in the 8th round of the co-main event, the Bruce Shoo Carrington fight. He is fighting against Palacio. Carrington promised us a knockout. At the moment, Palacio doesn't seem broken down enough to go away just yet, but I would say Bruce Shoo Carrington is making easy work of Palacio thus far. I'm just going to jump right into this fight call. Shout out to everybody sliding through the chat. Let yourself be known. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and speak as you come in. Hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure you share this stream as well. You got some homies that's at work, can't watch the fight. They want to listen to somebody call the fight blow for blow. Then definitely send this out. Send this link out. I'll be calling the whole entire championship fight with Abdullah Mason and Albert Bell. What up, chat 333? What's up, everybody? Shoo right now, I think he has won just about every round that I've seen. I was doing a little bit of moving around, chat. A little bit of moving around before I got on stream today. So I can't act like, I mean, I watched the first 4 rounds of this fight very, very attentively. But once I seen how it was going, I really don't see much of a change. Now that I'm back locked in on it, I really don't see much of a change. So I mean, it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. I got Carrington winning damn near every round. Look like Palacio been stalking Bruce, though. So did I miss anything dramatic? Fahad said, bro, I'm joking. Saj said, morning. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Bruce went down. Oh, Bruce got knocked down. Interesting. Oh, he got hit on the top of his head. He got hit behind the head.
Yeah, he got hit behind the head. That's a knockdown, though, gang. He was throwing the hook at your chin. You dipped your head down. They said no knockdown. Was that scored? Anybody else? Anybody in the chat watching the fight? I just got locked back in, so I didn't see that Bruce went down. Bruce did promise a knockout in this fight, so if he ever needed some extra motivation, some in-fight motivation, to go ahead and score a knockout, I think that situation is it. Based on what I just saw, chat. What y'all think, man? Make sure you talk to me. This fight is being shown on TNT as well as DAZN. So if you got regular cable, you can watch this fight on TNT. If you already are a DAZN subscriber with the app, DAZN, you can watch the fight there. I am currently watching on DAZN. So if I am ahead or behind on the fight call, you may be watching it a different way from me, whatever that way may be. I know how shit get. But yeah, chat, we here, man. Bruce Shushu Carrington keeping his hands up, nice, high, and tight. Seems to still be gathering himself after taking that blow to the top of the head. Stiff jab by Carrington here in the 9th round with 2 minutes to go. Carrington looking to get aggressive on offense again. They're showing through 8 rounds, the judges have Carrington up 79-73. So if Palacio still wants to win this fight, he knows that winning it on the cards is just about impossible, and he has to score a knockout. This should put him in a position to be hurt by Bruce. He should have to get very aggressive because now they're doing open scoring for this fight, chat. So these fights today are being held in Cleveland, Ohio, and all states and athletic commissions in those states don't allow for open scoring in boxing. But this Bruce Shushu Carrington fight actually is dealing with open scoring. So at the end of the 4th round, they gave us the judges' official scorecards. And here at the end of the 8th round, they are now in the 9th. They gave us the judges' official scorecards. And all 3 judges have it 79-73 through 8 rounds for Bruce Shushu Carrington. So, yeah, Bruce is putting a beating on Palacio. Palacio should be pressing him and throwing a lot of punches trying to score a knockout, with just 4 rounds left to fight, knowing that he needs a knockout to win because he is already mathematically out of this fight, unless he scores a couple knockdowns, and probably preferably in separate rounds for him. Bruce working behind his jab and his longer reach, putting the hooks on Palacio, pushing him back physically, leaning on him, ripping on the inside, and then getting back on the distance, using his framing. I haven't seen Bruce feinting a whole lot this fight, but he's been using frames, using distance control very well. He hasn't feinted a lot this fight, though. Good right hand by Carrington slips through on Palacio. Palacio does not get his head off the line for shit, except for when he throw that little lunging left hand thing he does. He'll step off to the side a little bit, but for the most part, he's right there. Palacio with a double jab that both land on Carrington. Carrington seemed unscathed, looking to line up some offense. Carrington catching shots on the glove very well and coming back, pressing forward with some more offense, man. Bruce looks good tonight, man. He looks good. He's looked like he had a good training camp. He's fighting very well. What's going on, N2 Deep 333? What's going on with it, my brother?
Classic.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, right now we are in the co-main event. Bruce Shushu Carrington fighting against Palacio. Who else in the chat from chat 333, man? In too deep, you watching the fights, brother? Or are you just listening to the fight call? We are in the co-main event right now. Abdullah Mason and Albert Bell should be taking the ring after this fight. Let's check out the live betting props on this fight. Probably can't get no money right now unless you betting on a knockout. But dude don't seem, I know Shushu promised a knockout in this fight, but dude don't seem, he seemed pretty durable. He seemed to be dealing with Shushu power pretty well. So I don't know. Maybe he could stop him to the body. Let me see. Live betting odds. Bruce to win is you can't get no money. But Bruce by knockout is plus 185 with 3 rounds left. You can get a couple dollars on Bruce by knockout right now. Hard uppercut to the body by Carrington on the inside. Palacio pressing forward, looking to take some to give some at this point. Being down on the scorecard is big. Throwing big, wide looping hooks. Carrington sees those coming from a mile off. And easily is able to roll these shots and catch them on the gloves. Bruce looks sharp, man. He looks sharp. He looks focused. He controlling the pace of the fight. I like the pace that he fighting at. For them to be at a lower weight, Bruce has really slowed this fight down. A lot of times at the lower weights, you see a lot more output. Them guys are lighter on their feet, smaller men. They normally throw a little bit more, can take each other's power a little bit better. I mean, you got guys that's knocking guys out at the smaller weights, but not, it's just like anything else. One punch knockout power is rare in boxing. Bruce looked a little weird there for a second. That shit looked awkward, but he good though. He like slipped in the corner on something, but it almost looked like his head was down, like he was hurt or something. And Palacio let him off the hook because he wasn't protecting himself. You're supposed to protect yourself at all times. If I'm Palacio and he stopped to check the floor because he slipped a little bit, I'm throwing a 3-4 combination. I'm trying to get him gone. This guy's got to get a knockout if he wants to win the fight. Bruce controlling distance. If Bruce stay on his distance, he good. Sean Porter calling this fight. Shout out to Showtime Sean Porter. I think who else calling this fight? Sergio Moore. They got a good crew for this fight. I'm gonna watch the whole event back and listen to their commentary. Them guys do a good job. But right now it's Classic Code Sports, and we here. We on. I'm tempted to get some of this shoo by knockout money, Chad. I ain't gonna lie to you, Chad. It's plus 225 right now for shoo by knockout. If Palacio keep running in and diving in head first, shoo gonna walk him into something, G. Yeah, see? Ooh, heavy hook landed by Palacio. Carrington pivots out. He ate the shot well, but he pivots out, puts a jab on Palacio for his trouble. Hard hook landed on the inside. Ooh, Palacio steps in with another heavy hook. Carrington ducks down to avoid it. He's dealing with Palacio. Whatever power Palacio has, he's dealing with it very well. Plus 270 right now for Carrington by knockout. Minus 330 by decision. So Vegas thinks in the next 2 rounds it'll be fairly uneventful. It'll be fairly uneventful. We shall see. Looking forward to the main event, though. Abdullah Mason versus Albert Bell, man. I know those names are not necessarily household names just yet, but Abdullah is from Cleveland, Ohio. He's the hometown kid. This fight is happening in Cleveland. He is the champion. He's actually the youngest championship belt holder in the sport of boxing currently at the moment. And he's having his first title defense against another Ohio native, an older guy. I don't want to say his big homie, but just an older guy in boxing. He's 33 years old. Albert Bell. Abdullah's like 20 or 21, something like that. So, yeah, hold on, chat. Yeah, chat. The fight going how it was going, chat. You got Bruce Shoo Carrington. You got Bruce Shoo Carrington pretty much peppering the guy with jabs, frames, throwing straight right hands, looping the right hand around, looping the right hand underneath. Both men seem to be a bit tired, but fresh enough to fight another 4 rounds if they needed to for an old school 15-rounder. This is just 12. But yeah, man, Bruce fighting against the Southpaw in Palacio very well. been running shots up the middle all night. Palacio hasn't found the answer for it. Bruce will win this fight by unanimous decision. I should have known actually to put the parlay in for Bruce by decision, but I believed in Bruce when he said he gonna stop this guy and he not playing around and all that. I believed Bruce. Bruce looked like he about to get hurt. Bruce getting hit with some clean shots and he goes to tie up. Bruce might be a little hurt here. Yeah, Bruce a little light on his feet right now here in the 11th. Palacio hit him with some shit he didn't like, and he don't look like he got it all together. He should probably grab. He reaches in to clinch again. Yeah, he should clinch. He's hurt. He's hurt. He should clinch. And Palacio not trying to let him off the hook at all. Yeah, Bruce don't got it together. Bruce should clinch again. 36 seconds left here in the 11th round. Palacio lands a big hook on Carrington. Carrington's not okay. His legs aren't all the way together. He shoots a right hand. Looks like it brushes off Palacio. Palacio stepping forward like a hungry pit bull. He's finding a home for that hook. Bruce needs to stop catching the hook and start rolling it. Bruce is back against the corner, pushes Palacio off, throws a hard, stiff 1-2 as best as he can without any legs. Palacio coach telling him press forward. 10 seconds left. Bruce is actually in Palacio's corner. Hard right hand for Bruce, slips through on Palacio to slow him down. Under 10 seconds left in the round. Palacio finding a home for his left hook coming underneath. Bruce has one round to get out of. I highly doubt he goes for a knockout in this round, given the fact that he's on a little bit of shaky legs right now. He didn't go down in that round, but that's definitely a Palacio's round. Not that it matters. He's down on the scorecards heavily. So unless he scores knockdowns and gets some 10-8 rounds in here, he's not really covering no real distance. This is the last round of the fight. Palacio needs to find whatever's left in his gas tank and go out there and go for the gusto. Bruce's job for this last round is just to survive and not get hit with no stupid shit. Bruce is tired. And he's staying there trying to be defensive in the pocket, and he needs to be using his legs. He needs to find his last 2 rounds of jump rope. Oh, that body shot to the ribs. That's what did it. Palacio landed a nasty left hand to the ribs on Bruce, and Bruce went to hold right after. Bruce smiling to begin the 12th round. Palacio looking like he got, whatever's left, and these boys going to rumble for the last one. Here we go. Let's see if Bruce can get that knockout that he promised for us. Yeah, I'm getting reports from anonymous source saying that a lot of people on Twitter are saying the card has been bad. Chat, I was on the move today, so I can't say I seen the whole card. I saw Tiger Johnson won by decision. I see Bruce is on his way to winning by decision if nothing eventful happens here. But Palacio looks like he's looking for a home for that left hook again. Bruce should probably stop throwing his right hand so much and work behind his jab, given the fact that he has the reach. But he's not. There you go. Stiff jab by Bruce Carrington, but he's backing up to the corner. Steps in to push Palacio off. Palacio pushes him off instead and rips a hard left hook to the body. Carrington covers it up with his arm, but Palacio knows where he hurt Carrington last round, and he's looking to go back there. And he's stalking Carrington, ripping jabs, backing up to the corner, but attempting to hold his ground, though. Bruce is not running all over the ring, which I respect and admire. I tend to move the same way in sparring sessions and things. Bruce pivots out smartly, don't want to stay in the corner too long, but he's trying to, instead of running in circles and pivoting out and taking a long walk across the ring, all that stuff takes energy away. Carrington is trying to hold his ground while giving just a little bit of ground here and there and push forward with his shoulders, push forward with his jab. He's trying to use tactics to drive the man back without having to run all over the ring on tired and shaky legs. It's good boxing IQ for Carrington. Going back down into that drop posture that Carrington's doing out of the shoulder roll posture, he's leaving himself there for that underneath that shovel left hook that Palacio is throwing. Carrington's putting himself right in bad position to get caught with that. Nice check hook by Carrington as he steps out, but he puts himself right back in the corner. Stiff arms Palacio off, throws a right hand that does nothing. Oh, hard left hook lands for Carrington. Hard left hook lands for Palacio. Palacio lands a hard left hand on the chin to Carrington with 54 seconds. Bruce seems like he wore it well, but oh my God, the way his head snapped back. Carrington is showing he's got a hell of a chin. Carrington's showing he's got a hell of a chin here tonight. Palacio has hit him with some shots, ladies and gentlemen. Carrington on the move now, using his legs a bit more. Shuffling around, pumping that jab. Palacio stalking. 35 seconds here in the 12th round. Palacio knows he needs a knockout to win because of the open scoring system. Carrington throws a 2-1 combination, pivots out, moves, throws another 2 for Palacio's trouble, rolls underneath Palacio's work and ties him up and drives him back to the center of the ring. Carrington rips an uppercut, rolls out and steps back, stepping back to the ropes again. Throws a check left hook. Palacio throws a hook to the belly of Carrington. 12 seconds left here. Carrington fighting out of the corner, moves across the ropes. Under 10 seconds left here in the last round. Palacio looking to load for one more big shot. Palacio throws a flurry of hooks. Carrington ducks underneath, throws a hook of his own. Palacio pushes back, throws another hook, and the fight is over. And because of the open scoring system, we know who has won this fight. Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington has fought to a decision victory, got tough down the stretch. That will build character for Carrington in another successful fight. Shout out to Bruce, man. Shout out to Shoo Shoo.
Classic.
Soft Rain, what up? 333. What's going on, Soft Rain?
Classic.
Great fight by Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington. Yeah. He said so many people on Twitter saying the card is weak. I didn't see Tiger Johnson fight. What y'all think? Anybody watching the event that's in the chat? Anybody thought this has been a weak card today? I ain't see Tiger Johnson fight. I know Abdullah about to fight. I know Bruce fought. Bruce just got done fighting. Who else was on the? Who was that other undercard? Scooter. Scooter Davis fought. Did Scooter Davis win? I ain't even see that either. Yeah, Chad, we waiting for them to announce the scores. But like I said, because they had the open scoring system, we knew that the margin of victory was already wide for Shoo Shoo Carrington. And so because he didn't get knocked down, he didn't get knocked out, we know who the winner is. Shoo Shoo, as he said in the press conference, Shoe program, you know what I'm saying? Shoe York City, Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington remains champion tonight. Soft Rain said, just stopping in. I like listening when you call the fights. I appreciate it. You know you're welcome. You know you're welcome. Been a lot of people sliding through. On the fight calls, there's normally a lot of in and out. You know, people slide through, you know, check out the fight call, see what's being said, see what's going on. And then they, you know, they dip or come back or whatever the case. You know, it's all good. It's a few bigger channels or whatever the case may be, or more subscribed channels that are also calling the fight tonight. So some stiff competition on YouTube right now for this fight call, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. But you know, we ain't worried about it. We worry about who with us. Let me see. Devo, what up? You said, yo, classic. What up, Devo?
Classic.
Just watch Shoo Shoo Carrington cruise to a victory. And now we waiting for the main event to start. Tez from the Tez down in the building. What up, Tez? It's a walk down situation or what? He said, we in here. Mario said, what's good, classic? Okay, chat 333. I see YouTube they just sent the bird signal. I mean, they sent the bat signal out. The whole chat 333 pulled up at the same time. That's what's up.
It's already out there. It's already out there.
Let me see. All right, before this fight, before the main event start, chat, I got to give me some water, man. They're announcing the winners now. Let me see what's good. Should be Bruce.
To 112.
Yeah, like I stated, Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington remains champion tonight by unanimous decision. All three judges had him winning the fight. Shout out to Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington, man. Shoe program hitter. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, while they, you know, in between the fights, chat, they damn near do a full podcast. So I'm finna run, take a restroom break. I'll be right back with y'all, and we'll be calling the fight blow for blow. Abdullah Mason versus Albert Bell. Does anybody else smell an upset looming in the air? We will see. We will see. I'll be right back, chat.
Gonna do this once. Classic. Lord God, anything attached to me that could be holding me down and keeping me from my ascension. I pray that you detach that from me, so I can fly. They think ill about me, they still around me. Lord God, please set me free. I ain't going out like Gandhi, bet it won't be nobody next to me. Cause I'm watching the people I'm loving the closest way more than the people I don't. Cause the people that hurt me the most in this life be the people that's locked in my phone. They made a mistake, I gave them some grace. I make a mistake and they won't do the same. People be dishing out what they can't take and they take what they cannot get back to the game. I'm unforgiving cause I'm unforgetting. I harbor resentment, I know what you did me. I am not Jesus, it ain't no repentance when I'm on a mission and moving relentless. Been here before, I know the feeling. Think it's forever, the end to be chilling. Mike Jackson, my life is a thriller. Close to midnight, I turn to the villain. Boundaries over sparing your feelings. Sebastian gone, you can cry me a rip. To be great, you gon' have to be different. When you say it, they gotta know that you meant it. Long as your actions match your diction, people gon' know that you standing on business. A lot of experiences come with this wisdom. I'm only giving you what I've been living. Enlightened now, but still remember the time my mind was a prison. Enlightened now, but still remember the time I felt like a victim. I remember. Talk. Enlightened now, but still remember the time I felt like a victim. Classic. Yeah. Lord God, let me fly, They think ill about me, they still around me. Lord God, please set me free. I ain't going out like Selena, bet it won't be nobody next to me. Cause I'm watching the people I'm loving the closest way more than the people I don't. Cause the people that hurt me the most in this life be the people that's locked in my phone. Come to people I'm already knowing. People fickle, coming and going. People different when weather is storm. Some people pull over when it start to pour. Some people pull over when it start to drizzle. Some people foul, I can't get a whistle. Make it or miss it, I'ma keep shooting my shot like a pistol. I need you to hit me, I need you to feel me, I need you clear as a crystal. For all of my gotta go get us. This language I'm talking is different. Keep cracking the code, stacking your dough and using these hoes for business. Make money with her, not children. We catching bags, not feelings. It's the reason why scars still leave a mark when they done healing. It's the reason why all of us guard our hearts after hurt feelings. There really is no forgiveness. There really is no forgetting. It's happening for you, not happening to you. Just stay on the mission. Set me free. It's happening for you, not happening to you. Just stay on the mission. Set me free.
Yo, chat, it's almost that time. The main event is next. Abdullah Mason versus Albert Prince Bell. It's going to be a hell of a fight, chat. Anybody know about these fighters already, or do we take this time in between the co-main event and the main event to bring about some education, chat? Let's go through the tail of the tape. Let's go through the tail of the tape. Abdullah Mason is 20-0 with 17 wins by knockout. And he is 22 years of age. Albert Bell is 28-0 with 9 knockouts, and he is 33 years of age. Albert Bell is 6 feet tall with a 73-inch reach. Abdullah Mason is shorter, but he actually has a freakishly long reach. He's 74-inch long reach with his punch wingspan. So, yeah, man. Abdullah will give up some height, but Albert won't actually be the fighter with the longer arms in the fight. So it's interesting. We will see. Albert Bell being an older, more mature fighter with more fights under his belt. And he's an undefeated fighter. He doesn't have a lot of knockouts. But Albert Bell, I actually had to look into him for this fight because I wasn't up on him, admittedly so. And I was impressed. You know what I mean? Albert Bell is a very, very live underdog in this fight. being that he's tall, he fights behind his distance, but he's very active and very sharp with his punching. The thing is going to be for him, can he keep Abdullah off his ass? That's going to be the key. Because if Abdullah fought a full-blown war in his last fight to win his first championship, and he took some serious punches. Not that Albert Bell can't punch, because I think he has good snap on his punches, but we seen Abdullah's durability, and if you can't hurt him, you know what's going to stop him from coming to get you. So we will see what goes on here. But Albert Bell, from what I saw, he does have tools to create a path to victory for himself, chat. It's going to be a hell of a fight. While we wait, I'm going to play some more music.
Got that glow. And one thing they hate worse than you having that glow is when you know you got that glow. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. So give them a reason to keep hating on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, oil farming, how I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paid away. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. Know some people I love, put some smut on my name. I'ma still love them the same. I'ma love them from outside of the frame. I'ma love them from outside of the pain. That type of hate don't belong on my paint. That type of hate don't belong in proximity. Lord knows I love to match energy. Won't smoke, I know the back chimney. No hope with me once you an enemy. Well trained, I break you down clinically. BTA is my ministry. Laying that belt, laying that leather. It ain't no picks, it's with whoever. Ain't gotta like us, but you gon' respect us. Before I be soft, I'd rather be deadly. Let's get it. Since I lost Sebastian, my heart has been heavy. Hard in my heart, now it's hard to be friendly. PTSD in my arms, he was heavy. Felt his heart stop, oh my God, I wasn't ready. Couldn't even walk, his last walk was with Granny. Heard he was sick and they said it was bad. I damn that collapsed, but my legs feel like jelly. Man down, I lost my family. Therapy dog, who gon' help with my sanity now? Think I'm about vanity now. Been in the gym, I'm trying to balance it out. Managing rage, out of line, so people jumped off the page. Bad time if you really won't play. Bad time for you to play with my name. It's Candyman if you say my name. How I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paid away. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. I'm having that aura, I got that glow. They hate it worse when they know that you know. Walk in the room like I'm covered in gold. I used to suppress it, was about to implode. I used to suppress it, was about to explode. Sore thumb in the room, everywhere that I go. Black sheep of the fam, used to think something was wrong. Took a little time to realize I was chose. Took a little time to realize I was special. Ever since birth, been a cold under pressure. Wanna be great, gotta do a little extra. That's why I grind with obsession. Everything about me irregular, everything about me is pressure. Maximum effort, no box left unchecked on the checklist. No stone left unturned, mash on the gas and etc. Or farming, how I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. Or farming, how I'm up in rank.
Hey, chat. I'm surprised. I just listened a little bit to Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford. Who else up here? Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford, and Tim Bradley calling this. I'm definitely rewatching this. I want to hear their commentary. They're being very, very critical of Bruce Shushu Carrington's performance so far tonight. They felt like he could have done more. Felt like he could have got a stoppage victory. Yeah, they felt like he underachieved tonight, even though he, maintained his title. He won the fight, but they said he fought just to win. He didn't step on the gas. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Sent Power Potion. You can send gifts and stuff in the chat on YouTube. What's Power Potion? What's that? Y'all put me on game. Miss Washington, you still in here? South Rain? The fight is starting in a minute. They be having a whole podcast in between fights, chat. So I'm just playing music and chilling and eating me a little a little snack before I start calling this fight, because you know once the fight start, I'm gonna be talking non-stop for 30 minutes. So for people who new here, I am calling the fight blow for blow, as it, you know, all the way from the intro. When they get ready to walk out, you know, I'll be locked in. But y'all mind me, I had a long day. Don't mind me. You know what I'm saying? But we here, we calling the fight. It's Classic Code Sports. You already know what it is. But how you send them little gifts and stuff in the chat? What that do? What's that about? Somebody put me on game. Here goes some more music, y'all. Let's do it, y'all, because I can't play the broadcast. In Too Deep said Porter dressed up in velvet. What is that, velvet? What is that, velvet? Soft Rain said it's a gift you can send on the mobile YouTube. I don't know nothing about it. Okay, how do you do something with it? You open it, and do it get you something? Like what? It's just some love. It's some like what? I gotta understand it. You know what I'm saying? If it's YouTube, I gotta understand it. Yeah, I gotta talk to my chat. I gotta get in tune. In Too Deep said if you're on a cell phone, there are little gifts that you can give to people that are on there, and you get points. I don't know if you get money for it though. Shit, the points is cool though. Everything ain't about no bread. You know what I'm saying? Spreading some love. Soft Rain said I'm assuming it's like TikTok. See, I don't know what that's like. Albert Bell got the Cleveland Cavaliers trunk colorway on. Abdullah in the all white crispity. Abdullah in the all white, white on white with the Michael Jackson glow on the kicks. He got some glitter on the kicks. Them boys fresh tonight. I know some people don't like talking about the fight attire, but I just remember being a hooper and a football player and always wanting to have my drip together on game day. So, you know what I'm saying? I think it serves the fighters. I think they like hearing us say, you know, what our opinion is on they fight attire for the day. The colorway, the glove boot, you know what I'm saying? Trunk combination, all of that. You know, it is some fashion to the boxing for sure. Soft Rain said gifts on YouTube are virtual items that viewers can send during eligible vertical live streams to show appreciation. Purchased with jewels, which creators convert into rubies for revenue. Okay, so we giving out rubies. Oh yeah, we giving out rubies, chat.
Classic.
All right, say less. Is it back raining again, folks? Oh, no, them still the fireworks. It's busting. They shooting half a sticks of dynamite over here. Shit different. Let me see some. Ms. Washington said, I'm still in here. They are gifts on YouTube. Oh, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I'll be calling the fight live in a second, man. I'm finna play some more music, and we're going to get to it in a minute, man. It's almost that time. The guys are dressed in the locker room. They're getting their final little warm-ups up. It's time for that ring walk. It's time to get right.
I ain't really trying to do no hooks or none of that. I just want to get on that water, float one time. I'm only going to do this once.
Classic. Panoramic roof for a decade straight. Mama mentality just back in the day. I was in college hooping in crazy 8. 0-6, beat class gon' spray. I had a switch on the blick and it sound like a switch every time I let go of the gate. You go with the flick of the wrist. You ask for the time and I show you my wage. 3-3-3, I'm the captain of the team. Take it to the bank, you can follow my lead. I got the codes, I got the keys. Win, lose, or draw, you can put it on me. Full blown step return from a black sheep. Everybody take heed every time that I speak. Plays up the line, I'ma make a good read. Cut from that creed, follow the seed. I die on my sword before the day ever come where I cower and plead. I cry to the Lord before I call a human being for a sigh of relief. I've been working and stacking and learning and growing. Ain't really got time to compete. Man, I couldn't even walk just a couple months back. I'm just happy to be back on my feet. Man, they called me to see if I won't do a theater. I told them my dog gotta eat. After all, I just got back from Greece, dancing on cliffs at the side of the sea. Living the present, I'm happy to be. Thanksgiving every time that I eat. Amen. Winning every time I breathe. Might as well work cause I can't even sleep. Might as well work till the game been beat. Discovered or not, still moving elite. Discovered or not, still moving prestigious. Treating myself how I wanna be treated. Had to step away so they know that they need me. Preserving the dope, had to put it in the freezer. Return to the surface, they think I'm a sleeper. Whole time I'm a favorite, I know the procedure. Plot get thicker and thicker. The farther we go in, the waters get deeper and deeper. The harder your times, the farther the distance. These people will leave it to beaver. Nobody wanna be a cover corner, everybody wanna be a receiver. Think we got problems with choosing our leaders, that's why we got problems with moving the needle. I don't speak truth to the powers already know the truth. I'm speaking truth to the people. Sebastian Tate was already hard enough. Let's shoot him a sequel, leave no doubt. Let them know that I'm regal. God ain't make us equal. Walking to work, woman looked me in my face, told me I look like Jesus. I think she see my anointing, I think she know I'm appointed. Yeah. Classic.
They going through the tail of the tape of the two men. Abdullah Mason from Cleveland, Ohio. Albert Bell from Toledo, Ohio. So they're both the Ohio boys, but they're not both from Cleveland. But ironically, Albert Bell wearing a Cleveland Cavaliers colorway. I guess it's still Ohio. It is what it is. I thought they was about to start introducing the men. They still talking, chat. I'm going to play the rest of the music. Let's go.
I ain't really trying to do no hooks. Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. But watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. Oh no. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Real doubt it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't afford it. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Whoa. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever rewarded. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing, man? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Man, they lay in the cut, stay in the cut. Watch you blow up and won't show you no love. People I got the most hate from in life at one point or another. I thought we was bruh. One point or another, I thought it was love. One point or another, greet them with a hug. Now if I see them, greeting them with gloves. 16s, ain't no need to warm up. I got respect for myself, you gon' have respect for me or respect for that belt. Suggest you leave me alone. If you start up with me, I'ma take you through hell. Don't want no smoke, but if you want some smoke and you bring me some smoke, I'ma take an inhale. Don't do no running, I'm done with the talking. Let's get in deep waters, I'm taking them 12. Why you ain't say nothing? Oh, now you wanna say something? Why you ain't say nothing? Now you wanna say something?
All right, chat. They're setting fireworks off in Ohio right now, and I think that means the men are about to walk to the ring. Let's get right. Let's get right. Richard said, I like defense, stopping people, dreams, the best. You funny as hell, Richard. Talking about stopping people dreams. He said, basketball, you can't do that. What you mean? In basketball, you can't do what? Betting odds right now as Jimmy Lennon Jr. gets ready to welcome the men to the ring. I'm going to listen to the ring walk music. I always like listening to that too and observing the men's energy. So I'll give y'all, my take on how they looking coming to the ring, ready, nervous, anxious, loose, whatever the case may be. Betting odds right now before they close for Mason to win on the decision is plus 185. For Albert Bell to win on decision is plus 650. My parlay that I put in, I had only put in one parlay, chat, but my parlay got smoked by the last fight because I believed in Shushu when he said he was going to stop the guy. And he went in there and he couldn't stop the guy. So he smoked the parlay, chat. We was good. We was good. I had everything right with Tiger Johnson. I just bet on that fight going the distance. I ain't even pick a winner. Let me see. Richard said basketball, you can't do that. Richard said basketball, you can't brutalize the other person and make them face reality. Facts, though. You're right. It is a little bit different when it's combat. But I think for this fight, chat, I think I'm going to bet live on this fight. I think I'm going to bet live on this fight. What's this you sent me, Soft Rain? Oh, the gifts. Okay, bet. Say less. Say less. They about to walk out, chat. Let me mute y'all real quick so I can see what we talking about. Oh, no, she's still singing. Who is this singing? She putting her all into it too, chat. I ain't gonna hold you. Let me see what she sound like right quick. No, that ain't it, y'all. That ain't it, y'all. That ain't it, y'all. That ain't it. Was that it? Okay, she done. Albert Bell getting ready to walk, man. He looked ready to roll. The whole team looked ready to roll. This is she's still going. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Goodness gracious. Listen. If you're going to sing that song, you're supposed to mess it up just like that, chat. I ain't going to lie to you. You're supposed to mess it up just like that.
Classic.
All right, y'all. Enough with the listen, y'all. They got so many, and here we go. Tail of the tape. Like I told y'all before, Abdullah Mason, 22 years old, 135 pounds, 5'9" with a 75-inch reach. Albert Bell, 33 years old, came in at 134.9 pounds, 6 feet tall with a 71-inch reach. Abdullah Mason, 20-0 with 17 knockouts, high knockout ratio, no losses, no draws. Albert Bell, 28-0 with 9 knockouts with no draws as well. These men are both undefeated, and somebody's O has got to go. Yes, sir. As Albert Bell gets ready to walk to the ring, Abdullah Mason and his whole team decked out in all white, looking at the screen. And Abdullah looks ready to roll. The young champion looks ready to go. I hope he has a good game plan put together for the night. You know, the interesting thing about Abdullah is his reach is so crazy long. He's 5'8" or 5'9", but he has like the wingspan of like somebody 6'2" or something like that. So that's kind of crazy. But at the same time, Abdullah likes to get close. You know what I'm saying? He likes to fight in the pocket. He likes to get close, and Albert Bell likes to keep things on the outside, keep things at bay. So I think both guys are going to have moments in this fight. I believe that Albert Bell will appear to be sharper, but Abdullah will be throwing the much, much, much harder shots in the fight. Albert Bell working on feinting and stepping in, keeping Abdullah off balance, I'm assuming. Albert Bell, a very calm dude. Very, very calm dude. And Abdullah is too. Even the press conference. And these guys know each other. They cool, right? And they fighting each other. And they said they'll be back to being cool once they done fighting. But right now, tonight, they fight for the championship of the world. Fighting for the championship of the world at 135 pounds, man. You know, we could be brothers after this, but we got some business to tend to. Both guys are very, very calm guys, though, in demeanor in general. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, neither guy, and they respect each other. So and they've sparred plenty and stuff like that. So neither guy really shared too much about sparring. Neither guy really shared, you know, whether or not they feel they have an advantage from the sparring that they did or anything like that. It's very like enigmatic energy over this fight. Albert Bell was a late substitute for Joe Cordina. Joe Cordina was supposed to be the opponent, but his visa did not get approved for him to come over to the States to challenge Abdullah for the title. And so Albert Bell was a late replacement. But unlike your usual or unlike some late replacements, let me word it like that. Unlike some late replacements, Albert Bell was already training for a title eliminator fight anyway. So he was in training camp. His fight was supposed to be 2 weeks later than today. And so essentially he was already in shape, already training for a very tough fight. And he just skipped the process and went straight to the championship fight, which in my opinion, knowing what I know about him now and his resume, he been deserved the title shot. But let's see what he coming out to. He came into that, whoa, no, look who came in with the foe. He came into that 50 Cent. He walked into that 50 Cent. Abdullah about to come out, y'all. Want to see what he walk into the ring to, and then we get ready to call the fight. For everybody that's watching this, the fight is on regular TV. This fight is on TNT. So if you would like to watch the fight while I call it, this fight is on TNT. It's also being played on DAZN, DAZN, the streaming, the combat sports streaming platform. So you can watch the fight either way. But if you have regular television, you can watch this fight on TNT and listen to my fight call. I am watching the fight on DAZN. And so I don't know if I'm going to be ahead or behind or right in alignment with you guys. But yeah, man, just letting y'all know. Uncle Plug in the building, 333. What up, Unc? Uh-oh, here come Abdullah, y'all. Let's go.
Classic. Classic.
Abdullah looked like he ready to run to the ring. That boy ready to fight. Ready to fight. Got his dad, his brothers behind him. For those of y'all that don't know about Abdullah Mason, they are a fighting family. I think Abdullah got like 5 brothers. 2 of his younger brothers actually fought on his undercard today. I believe from the looks of it, both of them were successful because they're walking with him to the ring, and both of them got clean faces like they haven't been in a fight. Here comes the champion. Abdullah Mason just ran up the stairs of the ring and did a somersault front flip into the ring. Out of respect, he goes over and daps up Albert Bell's coaches and goes to his own corner, chat. It's about to be showtime, chat. It's about to be showtime. Who excited for the fight tonight? Who got the fight queued up on the TV?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yes, sir. Abdullah in the ring looking overly ready. That boy look hungry like he finna go catch one. We gonna see, though. We gonna see. Albert Bell, like I said, very experienced fighter, undefeated fighter. It's not gonna be easy to turn him away. This is his first real title shot, first chance to put himself on the map. And I don't think he's gonna take it for granted tonight. Abdullah got, you know, if he got to break him down, it's gonna be a tall task. Uncle Plug said, boy, got the whole family behind him. That hit different. Yeah, for sure. His dad is his trainer and coach. Yeah, they got the Mason Brothers Boxing, right? They just, Abdullah trained for this fight in his new gym that they had, well, not his new gym, but the family's new gym, the Mason family gym that they just had built, trained for this fight inside of his new facility. So I know he feeling different, man. I know he feeling different. It's a big deal. It said that a lot of Abdullah's training camp for his more recent fights. His last fight was his first title shot. The fight before that was like a title eliminator shot. But Abdullah, they say for a couple of his more recent fights, you know, a lot of his training camp was in the basement at the crib. You know, I guess they had a setup at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Some bags, some mitts, whatever the case may be. Said they trained a lot in the basement. I'm sure they did hit the boxing gym, obviously, right? They didn't train 100% in the basement, but, you know, preparing for a championship fight in the basement and then making enough money with your brothers and your family off the bodies y'all catching in the ring to be able to go build your own facility. You know what I mean? That's the dream right there, chat.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Time said, classic in chat family. Let's take time to thank all of the Haitian ancestors and Haitian people for our independence. 4th of July wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for the Haitian. Thank you, Grandma. Shout out to all the Haitians, man. Sac passe, man. What's going on with it? You already know what it is, man.
It's already out there. It's already out there.
Time said, let's go. Yes, sir. Albert Bell smiling. He looked ready to go, man. Neither one of these men look nervous. Both men look ready. Abdullah looks a lot more aggressive and he's snarling. Albert Bell, his energy is more like soaking up the moment, enjoying this, wanting to be here for a very long time. And at 33 years old, getting his title shot right here in his home state of Ohio. He's from Toledo, but today he's fighting in Cleveland. He's brandishing the Cleveland Cavaliers colorway on all of his gear. You got the burgundy, yellow, and dark blue combination. That also happens to match the WBO championship belt that they're fighting for. Does anybody smell the upset? I told y'all, Chad, I think I'm going to bet live on this fight. I don't think that I'm going to bet before the fight begins. Right now, the odds have already shifted as we're sitting here. It was plus 650 for Albert Bell to win by decision. Now it's plus 600 for Albert Bell to win by decision. So I don't think Albert Bell can stop Abdullah Mason. I just don't. Abdullah's very durable. Albert Bell, even though he's a sharp puncher and he's a snappy puncher, I just seen Abdullah's durability, and I feel like he can deal with the power of Albert Bell. Now, if he get hit with something he don't see, do I think he can get dropped? Do I think he get stunned? Yes. But do I think Albert Bell could just flat out put Abdullah away? No, I don't. Time said, let's go. He said, I like the fact that Abdullah can take one, but can dish it out, and he loves to give it back. Pause. Yeah, no, for sure. He definitely not trying to eat no punches, but if he get caught in the mix trying to give you some work, you know what I mean? It is what it is, too, at the same time. The two men are meeting at the center of the ring for the final instructions from the judges, and if you want to get a last-minute bet in, you got to do it now. I ain't going to lie to you. Let me get some of this plus 600, though, on some right quick shit. Let me get some of this plus 600. As the men get ready to walk back to their this referee got a lot of last-minute instructions. He need to come on with it. Come on, Jim Shoe. That boy overly talking. Let me get some of that plus 600 right quick. Yup. Albert Bell by decision. I don't necessarily smell an upset, but listen, like I told you, he has a skill set to navigate a path to victory for himself. He is a more experienced fighter, an older fighter, a more seasoned fighter, and a fighter that is also familiar with Abdullah Mason. So Abdullah is fighting against that this evening. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. About to be the start of the first round. Abdullah Mason versus Albert Prince Bell. Here we go. Both men meet at the middle of the ring. Abdullah Mason, both men brandishing white gloves. Abdullah Mason in all white for those of you who are watching at home. Albert Bell in the burgundy and yellow lined trunks. Abdullah steps out and takes real estate away right away. Albert Bell obliging, right? Trying to find distance and establish distance already off the rip. Abdullah Mason showing, I'm shorter than you, but my arms are just an inch longer than yours. And he's putting a stiff jab into the belly, into the chest of Albert Bell. Albert Bell looking to get warmed up and find his range, find his footing. Abdullah steps in with a 1-2 combination, falling just short as Albert Bell takes a half step back. Albert Bell now stepping forward towards Abdullah, looking for range. Abdullah steps in with a jab. Albert Bell sharply counters with a right hand. Let me tell you, Abdullah Mason boxes out of the southpaw stance, meaning that his right hand is in front. That is his jab hand. His left hand is in back. That is his backhand. So the 1 and the 2 would be jab with the right, Left hand is the 2. So if I say Abdullah Mason throws a 2, it's a left hand down the middle. Now, Albert Bell is in an orthodox stance, meaning his left hand is in front, right hand is in back. His 1-2 will be the left hand as the 1. The 2 is the right hand. Albert Bell throws a right hand at Abdullah, just barely missing, as Abdullah and Albert both fight for real estate and try to claim distance and territory. Abdullah steps in with a stiff jab, barely missing as Albert Bell dips down, steps back with a jab of his own. He also falls short. Both men, again, with only just an inch difference in arm reach, and both men being willing to jab one another. Controlling distance will be very important here. Abdullah steps in with a jab. Albert Bell counters with a 2-punch combination. Looks like one of the 2 gets in. Albert Bell goes underneath with a clean little sneaky right hand to the body that looks like it gets through. Nothing consequential, but it does score. Abdullah Mason stepping forward to Albert Bell, then giving ground. Both men giving and taking ground. Abdullah steps in with a stiff jab. Albert Bell looks to return fire right away, but Abdullah ties him up. 1 minute left to go in the first round. Abdullah steps forward to take real estate from Albert Bell. Albert Bell almost seems as though he wants Abdullah to fall in and run into one of his shots. Now, I told you, I don't see Albert Bell just flat out pulling Abdullah out, but as a person who is not known to be a big puncher, you do get more pop on your shots if you can run your opponent into him, or if you can hit him with something he doesn't see. Abdullah pushes Albert Bell back to the ropes and throws 2 hard body shots. Albert Bell looks to move off of his mark, ties Abdullah up, and walks the fight back to the middle of the ring. Abdullah steps to Albert Bell. Albert Bell steps to Abdullah. Abdullah gives a little bit of ground, looking to set a trap or potentially walk Albert Bell into something. Flicks a jab at Bell. Flicks a jab at Bell, both falling short. Flicks a 1-2 at Bell, both falling short. Bell steps forward to close the gap, pawing with his jab for range-finding purposes, not trying to land anything significant. Abdullah goes to step in with his feet, sees that he's too far out, declines to throw a punch. Albert Bell stepping across the ropes, was it a knockdown? Referee scores it, no knockdown. Albert Bell went to throw a 1-2 combination. Abdullah ripped the body shot. Albert Bell lost his footing. Referee scores no knockdown. I need to see that in slow motion, though. I'm not sure, chat. I'm not sure. We'll keep you updated on the live betting odd changes as well. Let me let my dog know the fight is on. Let me let my homie know the fight is on. He was hitting me up for the updates. I guess he's in transit. Hopefully he has made it to his position. For everybody that's out tonight running around on the 4th of July, make sure that you stay safe. You know what I'm saying? And stay dangerous. Yes, sir. Abdullah, let me see what the message he getting from his dad. His dad giving him great instructions in the corner, telling him to work his angles, telling him to throw his shots 1 at a time, 2 at a time, and to watch him. He said to watch him really close. I guess he's talking to him about one of Bell's tendencies that he wants to take advantage of. So Mason comes out in the second round looking to apply his father's instructions. I didn't get all of those, but I did hear some. Sound like pretty sound advice, working his angles. Let's see. Bell steps in. Bell steps in with a 1-2, falls short. Abdullah stepping forward, both men pawing for position with the front hand. Abdullah goes to step in with a jab, and Bell responds very quickly with a 2-punch combination to the top of the head. Abdullah blocks them both on the gloves. 2 men temporarily tie up and spin out and meet back in the middle of the ring. Abdullah steps to Bell, looking to close the distance. Bell steps back to Abdullah. Abdullah gives a little ground. Been a very, very much a tug of war with the real estate in this fight, as both men are giving and taking ground. Nobody is clearly walking the other fighter down. This is good boxing. Men boxing in circles, resetting, throwing each other off, setting each other up. You know, great boxing here. Abdullah goes to shoot a jab to the body. Bell doesn't counter. The punch also doesn't quite get there. Both men still fighting for real estate, pawing with the front hand. Bell dives in with a backhand right hand. With a straight right hand that falls short. Bell eats a jab from Abdullah while trying to flick a right hand. Bell throws a 1-2-1 combination. Looks like maybe one of those got through. He throws a 2-1 combination again. At Abdullah, Abdullah responds with a jab to the body. Bell coasting, just gently coasting across the ropes here, and now brings the fight back to the middle of the ring. Tries to throw a 2 down the middle on Abdullah Mason. Abdullah slips it and throws a muddy shot of his own. Both men mix up and they break The fight is back in the middle of the ring. Bell paused with his jab. Abdullah paused with his front hand, dives in with a left hand, almost a little desperate to get to Bell. Bell steps in with a hard right hand that lands on Abdullah. Abdullah ties up and throws a left hook while they are in the clinch with his free hand. The fight gets broken. Abdullah steps to Bell. Bell standing there. Bell steps out, pawing with his straight hand, pawing with his left hand, throws an uppercut to Abdullah as Abdullah dives in. Abdullah steps out of the clinch and rips a uppercut of his own with his left hand that just misses Bell. Bell looking very alert, pawing with his jab, comes with a right hand over the top. Abdullah rolls underneath it. Bell throws a 2-1 combination. Looks like one of the two landed. Abdullah stepping forward to Bell now, dips in with a left hand to the body, another left hand to the body from Abdullah. Bell responds with an uppercut that barely misses. Abdullah walking Bell down. Bell throws a hard right hand straight to the middle of the face of Abdullah. Looks like the two men may have clashed heads, or was it that right hand that hit Abdullah? Abdullah looked disoriented for a moment, or I don't know, a little lost for a moment. He's back to fighting. Jabs to the body of Bell. Bell has very good time, and he's very, very patient, waiting for Abdullah to make his move so that he can quickly and sharply counter Abdullah Mason. I told you guys that there is a upset alert. It's a situation where Bell could very well be the better boxer than Abdullah Mason. And if Abdullah Mason doesn't find a way to produce knockdowns, he could potentially go behind on the cards. But we will see. We have to see what the judges like. Mason will undoubtedly probably be the more aggressive fighter in the way of ripping power punches. Bell is very, very sharp, and he's scoring. And so if he's scoring and he's sharp and it's enough and there's no knockdowns in the round, these rounds are very, very close. Because look at that right hand he landed squarely on Abdullah. And again, Abdullah after that looked down and turned around and did some more shit like he felt like he got a clash of heads. That was not a clash of heads. That was the right hand. That was the right hand of Albert Bell. Let's see. Time said I could have went and stayed and watched this fight at my man's house where he had a great barbecue day. Classic is so fire. I said I'd rather go home and go listen to Classic. Give me the 411 on the fight. Appreciate it, Time. He said, in too deep, happy barbecue day. Time said, Uncle, happy barbecue day. Uncle Plug said, 1-0 Mason. Time said, if his hand hit the ground, it was a knockdown. Yeah, it looked like a knockdown to me. They didn't replay that either. Right now, Chris Mannix has the fight 2-0 for Albert Bell, and that's why I put a small investment on Bell by decision before this fight started, just in case happened. Right now, Vegas live betting odds have not moved a bit. You can still get plus 600 on Bell by decision. It is still, Abdullah Mason by knockout is now in the plus 120, as they see that his path to victory may very well be a decision tonight. Albert Bell comes with a hard overhand right here in the third round with 2 minutes left to the guard of Abdullah Mason. The two men tie up and break. Their fight is now in the middle of the ring. Bell retreats back just slightly to the ropes, looking to set a trap for Mason, baiting him in, waiting for Mason, feeling like he's the quicker, sharper man to the punch in the exchange, right? When Mason goes first, Bell is responding to Mason's jab with 2 and 3 and 4 punches. Not all of them getting home because Mason's hands are high and tight, but for the judges, it looks good. And if Mason's not landing anything clean of his own, Albert Bell could very well be stealing rounds as the betting odds drop down to plus 500 for Bell by decision. Did Mason take a fight with too good of a boxer for where he's at this point in his career as the youngest champion in boxing? The two men tie up and Mason rips a hook on the inside with his free hand, forearming Bell to the throat. Bell doesn't want to break. Mason pushing him off, showing him I'm the stronger man and wanting to fight. Mason steps forward with a jab. Mason coming to get Bell now. Bell fighting out of the corner. Mason pawing with a 1-2, hard 1-2. Bell steps out underneath it and pivots back to the front of the ring. Looking to control Abdullah's aggression. He throws an uppercut to Abdullah, misses, and turns Abdullah, then ties him up. Looking to control the aggression. Abdullah looking to press the gas a bit here with 40-something seconds left here in the third round. I do not know if this fight will have open scoring like the last fight did. We will have to see, chat. After the end of the fourth round, I will have to listen and put you guys on mute to see if there's open scoring in this fight too, because I'm interested to see what the official judges of the fight will have the score through 4. I haven't been scoring this fight. I've just been calling it, but I can understand how somebody could have it 2-0 for Albert Bell. This seems more like an Abdullah round so far, but we shall see. Albert Bell is very much in this fight and prepared for whatever's coming. Abdullah lands a hard check right hook to the chin of Bell. Bell responds with a 4-punch combination, pirouetting and turning and dropping more combinations on Abdullah. Not all of them landing, but again, it looks amazing for the judges. Time said, classic. I don't have to stay dangerous because I'm in the house before 12 midnight. Amen. Hallelujah. Uncle Plug said, I don't like the Bell foot. I don't like Bell's footwork. Uncle Plug said 2-0 Mason. Uncle Plug said they said he had 10 days notice for this fight. Nah, he was already in training camp for another fight. So yes and no. Too Tight said 3-3-3. In Too Deep said Mason is the aggressive one. Yes, but that does not mean he's winning the round. In Too Deep said, what's up, Time? And thank you. Let me listen to these corner. Hold on. Okay, so Albert Bell's corner told him to see everything, stop dropping his hands, fight smart. He said we're not in a hurry. Fight smart. So we'll see if Albert Bell remains patient and stays as a sharp counter-punching posture. I'm interested to see what Chris Mannix has this fight through 3. Right now, again, I haven't been scoring the fight, so I don't want to pick up in the middle of it, but I do see a good scrap like I anticipated. And again, I don't think that this fight will end in a knockout for Mason like many people suggested, and that's why I said that Bell is potentially an upset alert candidate because he's sharp. Look at that. Mason throws a jab, Bell throws 3 punches back at Mason, not all of them landing, but again, you shoot 1, I shoot 3, I shoot 4, I pivot out, I reset. Mason, the stiff jab. Bell responds back with a right hand. Again, these boys going to have to rumble. As Mason decides to turn up the pressure, he's going to definitely have to take some to give some against Albert Bell. Albert Bell is very sharp. Bell throws a right hand that looks like it barely slips through the guard of Mason, throws a right hand to the body of Mason. Mason retreats to make it fall just ever so slightly short, giving a little bit of ground to Bell. Now Bell obliges and takes some ground, stepping to Mason to see where he wants to fight at. This fight being fought on the end of both men's jabs so far. Mason shoots a right hand jab. Bell rolls and shoots a right hand of his own that falls short. Nobody really making a real serious body attack in this fight so far, besides the shooting the jab to the body for Mason and Bell working his lead hand up and down just a little bit. Nobody's really made a serious effort to the body so far. Hard right hand gets through on Mason from Bell. Short scoring shot. Bell opens up with a 3-punch combination as Mason stalks him. Again, 1 out of the 3 may land, but no return fire from Mason. Mason is Abdullah needs to fight more patient or he'll lose tonight. He's not feinting to set up his work. It looks like right now Abdullah is not able to play chess at this level. He shoots a jab and Bell responds with 2 right hands of his own right on the button of Mason. Again, not hurting shots, but scoring blows. Mason stepping in, coming with a lot of power behind his work, but it's almost telegraphed, right? No feints. He's shooting the jab, but he's actually trying to land the jab. Mason should start to throw his jab away and come with the other work behind it, right? Keep the jab in his face, flick it, take some of the pop off of his jab. This is the thing about Abdullah. Abdullah throws everything hard and fast, right? Jab, stiff, hard jab. Left hand, stiff, hard left hand. Everything's hard and fast with Mason, whereas Bell is loose, quick, fluid on his feet. Looks like he's boxing to another successful round, this Bell, as he keeps Abdullah off balance and unable to get off consequential work. Hard left hand gets through for Abdullah as he forces the exchange. Bell obliges, throwing hard shots of his own, unable to hurt Mason, but landing the cleaner work in the exchanges. Abdullah is a little frustrated and looking for answers. Let me see what his dad says in the corner, chat. Betting odds have changed. Betting odds have changed. For Bell to win by decision is now plus 250. For Mason to win by decision or knockout is now plus 200. If you are a betting man and you want to get in on the action, I would say now. Great advice, Pops. Great advice by Abdullah Mason's father. Told him, forget the head, go straight to the body. He said he hit you with something, keep your hands up and take a walk. Forget the head, go to the body. For him to slow down Albert Bell, he is going to need to beat Albert Bell up to the body. Albert Bell works behind great quick hand speed, great reflexes, great counter punching, and he's sharp tonight for Abdullah Mason. And Abdullah needs to find a way to nullify some of that by taking some inducing, I like to call it inducing fatigue on Albert Bell. We'll see if he can do so here in the 5th round with 2.5 minutes left. Nod Record said, hi, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? Uncle Plug said 2-1 Mason. In Too Deep said Mason 1, Bell 2. Abdullah lands a consequential shot there. Mason ties up. No, Bell ties up. Mason steps forward, trying to find a home for his straight left hand, replacing his jab. Abdullah Mason turns orthodox here for a moment, gets back to his southpaw stance, rolls a right hand from Bell, and both men clinch with 1:55 left in the fight. Abdullah Mason should keep shooting his straight left hand down the pipe. Seems to have found a home for that. If I'm him, I'm spamming that shot, and I'm working it high and low. Yeah, he should keep throwing his straight left hand. Absolutely. And then turning off of it, if he will. Bell fighting behind distance, fighting behind range. 4-punch combination for Bell. Sharp 4-punch combination. Mason steps in, tries to tie up, but he's loading with return fire hooks, and he needs to be punching with fluidity and combinations for this guy, Bell. Again, Abdullah Mason was in training camp for a totally different fighter, ladies and gentlemen. He was in training camp for Joe Cordina, right? Different height, different dimensions, different type of sparring required to prepare for, just like Mr. Bell. Right? But who's more experienced? Who's older? Who's been boxing longer? Both men are undefeated. You understand? So there's a chance here that the less popular, right? Let's see. What's the word I'm looking for when you haven't gotten the opportunity yet, right? Untested or untried, right? Albert Bell is coming to take what's his tonight. We shall see. It's early in the fight. We're only in the 5th round. The 5th round is still anybody's with 42 seconds left. Both men just posturing, walking, pivoting. Bell showing to be more patient. As Abdullah throws, Bell counters. He's waiting to be second and sharper all night. He has a clear game plan. Hard body shot for Abdullah Mason lands on Bell. Bell tries to take a little bit of a hike. Abdullah ripping hooks to the body, and he needs to go to the body more often. Rips another hook to the body in the clinch of Bell. They're clinching, tying up. Referee separates them. 16 seconds left. Abdullah stepping forward behind a high, tight guard. And again, looking to rip shots to the body. But again, in the meantime, could be giving up these rounds to the sharpness of Bell. This is a close fight, ladies and gentlemen. I'd hate to be a judge. Bell, sharp, clean shots. I don't know. Uncle Plug has Abdullah up or either has it tied at this point, but I don't know that Bell isn't running away with this thing. The betting odds have swung in Bell's favor for him to win by decision at a +150. Abdullah is now at a +200 to win either way. No, +250 by knockout, +225 by decision. Vegas officially believes that Albert Bell will win this fight, and I need a little bit more of that underdog action. We already got in at the +600. I'm going to get in at the +150 because the odds only going down from here, chat. I'm not giving you bad advice. Get some money. That was the hard left hand that Abdullah landed on Bell, and he needs to do more of that. When you find a home for something as a boxer, you go back to it until the guy fixes it, all right? Let me tell you something. Nod said some people forget, go for the body shot, the liver. Yeah, it's not easy. It's easier said than done because Bell is so sharp. He's very, very sharp. Time said in too deep. 100. You and Brother Tez after hour. A man's man cave late night talk which fired by the brothers. Yeah. For sure. In too deep said we trying to get there. We got a great show tonight. Let me see something. Uncle Plug said I don't know about that one. 2-2. Yeah, I ain't mad at you having to fight even. I would say Bell up by at least one round, though. Just being honest. Vegas ain't shift them odds from +600 to +150 for nothing. Bell's winning this fight. So far. 6th round here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Trying to just get caught up on the chats. Big Skull in the building. Yeah, Uncle Plug now has shifted. 3-2 for Bell is what he has it. Nod said, I'm back. Hit the like button. Hit the wrong button. No problem. Welcome back. Time said the way Classic is calling this fight. That's why I like to listen to the fights. I got Bell winning the fight. Yeah, he winning so far, but he can get hurt. Abdullah is a very powerful puncher, and it only takes one. Here we are, 2 minutes left in the 6th round. The men posturing and probing. Abdullah stepping forward with his jab. Bell responded with 3 punches off of the jab. Again, 1 to 3. Even if Abdullah steps in with that straight left hand and lands, disrupts the combination punching of Bell on the return fire. And again, if Abdullah's IQ, this is an IQ thing. Abdullah, 22 years old, just 19 fights in, or 20 fights in, I should say. And Abdullah needs to use his IQ. Abdullah is fighting out of the southpaw stance, Bell out of the orthodox stance. Abdullah's straight left hand is finding a home, but he's not going back to it often enough. Make the man fix the problem. Don't fix it for him. If you found a hole, you flood that hole, and you flood the whole house out until he fixes the leak. You understand? He's not going back to the straight left hand, but every time he throws it, he lands it. He's trying to stick with his traditional right jab, and Bell is countering him with 3 and 4 and 5 punches. Bell with a sharp right hand down the middle of the guard of Abdullah. Abdullah steps in with that right jab again, countered with another right hand from Bell. It's like clockwork. Abdullah jabs, Bell counters with a 1-2, bing, boom. Nice and sharp. Not hurting anything, but just scoring with regularity and crispness. Clean, accurate, effective punching here for Albert Bell. Abdullah is in the center of the ring. Albert Bell comes to the center of the ring, rips a body hook to Abdullah. Abdullah takes a little bit of a side step, shuffles over, repositions himself, looks to reset the action. 35 seconds left, and Albert Bell stepping towards Abdullah now, trying to see exactly what it is that Abdullah wants to do. Coming to take the championship, and Abdullah is trying to find answers. If the young champion Abdullah Mason should fall tonight, first off, he doesn't fall to anyone petty, right? An undefeated fighter, a 33-year-old fighter who has been ducked behind the scenes by the likes of a lot of people. Now, he's too modest to admit who all has ducked him, but should Albert Bell become victorious tonight, I will do a video letting you guys know who has avoided this man that Abdullah is giving an opportunity to tonight to become a world champion for the first time at the age of 33 years old, and Albert Bell. Albert Bell seems to be seizing the moment, and Abdullah needs to find answers. His IQ is forsaking him right now. Abdullah's left hand down the middle has pushed Albert Bell's wig back 3 or 4 times tonight in this fight, yet Abdullah is not throwing it over and over. If my left hand come off like this to you and I just get it straight there and it just snap your head back, brother, by this round, by the 8th round, I'm doubling it. Boom, boom. I'm coming back with it twice in a row and then come with the hook. You know, it's an IQ thing. And I don't know what Abdullah's dad's telling him in the corner right now. They're not showing the corner. They're showing this ring sister from the Caucasus Mountains. Round number 7.
Classic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Round number 7. She's tooching it up for you guys, for those of y'all that are watching the fight. Oh, what a way to get out the ring, gentlemen. Time said Bell is just countering and using Mason's aggression against him. When Mason throws one punch, Bell counters a combination. And this is where a fighter like Shakur Stevenson would have a shitty performance and come out victorious as a champion. Because if Bell tries to fight with this level of patience against Shakur Stevenson, Shakur will oblige him with more patience. And you'll have 2 men in the ring looking at each other all night. And Shakur will get the round scored for him for being the champion and being the favorite and being, you know, the more valuable fighter going forward. He'll just get the nod, right, from an uneventful affair. But Bell is pretty much outweighting Abdullah. I'm going to wait. And when you throw, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Wait. When you throw, boom, 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 boom. All of them don't even got to land. I'm going to swarm you every time. And now Uncle Plug's pendulum has swung. He has it 2 rounds to 4 in the favor of Albert Bell now. Nah, the record said definitely IQ. Yep, still young. Yes, Abdullah's 22 years old. He is being outboxed by a smarter man. He's not throwing enough punches either. He needs to let his hands go and let go of the power. Take the pop off the shots and run the numbers. You got to let them shits off. You can't keep ripping, because once you miss with one rip, Abdullah lands the straight left hand down the middle and snaps Bell's head back again. Go back to it. IQ. Again. If I'm his dad in the corner, I'm yelling again. Go again. That's what we say in the gym when you're repeatedly doing the same combination over and over for an extended period of time. Go again. Go again. And now Abdullah going with the left hand again. Go again. Make him fix the problem. Go with the left hand again. Keep your right hand in defensive position and shoot the left down the middle until he fixes the problem. He hasn't countered that punch all night. Go again, Abdullah. Abdullah rips a hook to the body of Bell. Bell looking to oblige him in the fight. Throws a sharp, stiff 1-2 for Abdullah's trouble. 1 minute left here in the 7th round. Abdullah stalking Bell. Bell looking very much engaged, very much alert, very much on point, watching the young champion closely. Tries to counter with an uppercut, and the two men clash heads. Abdullah presses forward out of the clinch. Here we go. Albert Bell always in a prime position to let a combination go. Wow, 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 wow. And I'm surprised that the Mason camp did not train on an overhand right. He throws it there, and Albert Bell pivots out. Albert Bell throws a right hand caught on the glove of Abdullah. Great defensive responsibility. Abdullah with a left hand lands again. Go again. If I'm Abdullah Mason, I spam the straight left hand until he fixes it. I'm throwing 1-2. 1-2-2, 1-2, 1-2-2, 2-1, 1-2, 2-2, 2-2. Throw the 2, young man. It has found a home. This is an IQ game, and Abdullah Mason is not losing at boxing. He is losing at chess.
Classic.
Go again. Too Tight said, best fight commentator in the game. Shout out to Too Tight for the super chat. Money.
Classic.
And Bell, boxing. Now, listen, if you're going to give a round to Abdullah and you haven't been able to in a while, that was the one. But Jesus, it was still airtight, ladies and gentlemen. Still airtight. Time said classic. I know one of the guys who avoided Albert Bell, and that was Andy Cruz. You could say a bigger name too, but you ain't gonna be able to prove it. Behind the scenes, they say Shakur Stevenson avoided giving Albert Bell an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Avoided giving him an opportunity. You know how they say nigga decided to go another way? Yeah. Shakur don't want nothing to do with a 6-footer with a 73-inch reach that knows how to wait. Because Shakur's biggest game is patience. Look at that straight left hand landed on the replay. I don't know nothing about boxing. Boom! Look at it. Go again. I don't know nothing about the sport, chat. Spam that motherfucker till he fix it. I'm going every combination starting with a fucking 2. 2-1, 2-1-2, 2. Nigga, you gonna think I'm calling area codes. 2-2-3-0, 2. Like everything starting with a 2 until he fix it. Here we go. Started the 8th round, 3 minutes here. Here we go. Stepping in. Abdullah Mason stepping in with the right jab. Again, replace your right jab with the straight left hand. There he goes, straight left hand, and makes Albert Bell panic. Albert Bell does not have an answer for the straight left hand, and I hope that Abdullah's father saw what I saw and told him to throw it over and over, high and low. And if I'm him, I'm throwing the straight left hand to the chest as well. All 3 levels. There he goes, straight left hand. He's found it, ladies and gentlemen. He's down on the cards. According to Chris Mannix, this fight is 69-64, and Abdullah Mason drops Troy Bell. Oh, no knockdown. No knockdown. They rule it a slip. Here we go. In the middle of the ring. Abdullah straight left hand again lands on Bell. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Straight left hand lands again on Bell. Straight left hand. If he doesn't fix it, go again. Go again. Are they listening to my commentary in the corner and telling him to do what I'm saying? Go again with the straight left hand. Again with the left hand. Don't stop with the left hand until he fixes it. You hear me? Chat, I'm getting passionate because this is what I would do. The left hand lands again on Bell. Bell has no answers for it, and he could get stopped if he doesn't fix it. This is Abdullah Mason's power hand, and he realizes it now. He's shuffling his feet and stepping forward. Bell looking to find an answer. Looking a lot more tentative now is Bell. Straight left hand to the body lands for Abdullah Mason. A straight left hand to the head. Throws a right hook. Bell gets out of the way of the right hook. Great defense for the right hook. No defense for the straight left hand. Straight left hand again. Bell just dips down and clinches. He does not have a counter for the straight left hand. Do you understand when Abdullah throws the straight left hand? Bell does not counter. He didn't work on a counter for that. He has great counters for hooks. Great counter for the right jab. No answer for the straight left hand. Abdullah Mason can swing the pendulum of his fight right now. Walking and stalking Bell down. Bell, much less punch output here in this round, and he's been hurt. Bleeding from the eye. Straight left hand lands again. Bleeding from the eye is Troy Bell. Now clinching. And it's depleting him. He's listening and looking for an answer. We're going to find out about Troy Bell's corner. We're going to find out about Troy Bell's discipline. And we're going to find out about Troy Bell's IQ. Your opponent has found a punch that you don't have an answer for. Can you find an answer mid-fight, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm only going to do this once.
We got a fight on our hands. Troy Bell steps in with a soft 1-2. He is depleted from the pain being inflicted upon him by Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason steps in, slips 2 shots from Troy Bell, throws a left uppercut on the way out for Bell. Doesn't look like it lands. Bell pivots out, brings the fight to the middle of the ring. 30 seconds left here in the 8th round. Bell stiff arms, throws a hard right uppercut, lands on the chin of Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason rolls with the rest of the shot as Bell rips off 2 more. Here we go. Abdullah Mason stalking Troy Bell. Straight left hand to the body of Bell. Bell reaches in the clinch. Every straight left hand, Bell reaches in the clinch. All Abdullah Mason has to do is throw straight left hands to victory, chat. Abdullah Mason can stop this man with a straight left hand. Mark my words. Bell now bleeding from his left eye. No pun intended.
Classic.
Here we are. And that is the end of the round. Abdullah Mason has found the answer. Here we go, chat. Here we go, chat. We got a fight, ladies and gentlemen. We have a fight. In Too Deep said, Bell hold too much. He hurt. He hurt. He got to hold. Somebody, if you got hit with that left hand that many damn times, let me listen to the corner. I'm talking and I'm muted. Thank you, Skull. Goodness gracious. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the 9th round. Troy Bell looking tired. Abdullah Mason looking refreshed. Got you, chat. Got you. Bell is tired. He's going to need to find a second win as after this round, we will officially be inside the championship rounds should we make it there. 2 minutes left. Abdullah Mason jabbing to the body now and not being countered. Troy Bell was countering Abdullah's jab with regularity, with sharpness, but the gas has been taken out of the tank. The air has been taken out of the sails by the straight left hand of Abdullah Mason. And now Abdullah Mason is hungry and looking for something to eat. If Troy Bell cannot find the energy, ripping to the body in the clinch, ripping, he's trying to hold him down and waiting for the referee to break. Here we go. Troy Bell. Remember, his training camp was cut 2 weeks short. He was thinking about fighting. He was planning on fighting 2 weeks from now in this fight. He ended up taking this fight. So is his conditioning an issue? Maybe. But you got to go get it, son. This is your shot. Here you go. 33 years old. We don't know when the next title shot's coming around. Troy Bell has to find something as Abdullah Mason looks prime and ready to go. Minute 34 seconds left here in round 9 of 12. On my scorecards, I still have Troy Bell up. No knockdowns have been produced. I think he's still up by at least 1 round. Because he hasn't had a 2-point round. You know, there's been no knockdowns. There's been no 10-8 rounds for either man. So I still got Troy Bell up. I didn't have it as close as Uncle Plug earlier. Nah, record said cardio. Yeah, Abdullah's going to the body, and it's really impacting Troy Bell. Troy Bell is a veteran, so it doesn't mean this fight will end in stoppage. He may find a way. Look at Abdullah just ripping to the body, walking Troy Bell down, stalking Troy Bell, pushing him against the ropes, rips to the body. He's forgotten about the head altogether. Abdullah Mason is going downstairs look, that was going to sound crazy, going downstairs on Troy Bell, but no, he's going downstairs exclusively to the body with hooks, ripping and diminishing and demolishing hooks to the body. And Troy Bell has stopped countering damn near altogether. He has kept his hands at home and he is looking to find some energy. He responds with a soft 3-punch combination there as Abdullah rips more hooks to the body. Troy Bell's legs look like they are in wet concrete at this point. He's pivoting out using some veteran tactics. Abdullah throws a hook that lands on the thigh of Troy Bell. Referee steps in, tells Troy Bell to watch his head. Troy Bell walks to the center of the ring, throws a hard right hand, lands on Abdullah. Abdullah takes it well, end of the round. Troy Bell walks to the corner looking defeated and depleted from the power punching of Abdullah Mason. Let's see how the betting odds have shifted back. Troy Bell to win by decision is now plus 350. Abdullah by knockout is plus 200. Abdullah by decision is plus 100 for those of you who are betting. And for the draw, it is plus 1,400. Now, Troy Bell, in my opinion, did have an early lead in this fight, and I don't think the draw is off the table. Abdullah Mason would retain his titles, in fact, if there were a draw. So we have to see. But if Troy Bell doesn't find some energy, he's not going to make it out of the next 3 rounds. You could take that to the bank, Buster. Oh, look at that body shot to the ribs. Jesus. Abdullah ripping to the hips. Now, the referee bogus for not telling him about them hip shots, though. You can't be throwing them hip shots, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel them hip shots. Jeez Louise. Time said pause. Yeah, that shit sounded crazy. Uncle Plug said 5'4" Mason. Nod Record said 5'4". I don't think Mason won 5 rounds so far, but I got y'all, though. It might, you know what? I might got to eat. What's this, the 10th? If you was giving Abdullah them early rounds, then I see where you at. But I wasn't giving Abdullah them early rounds. Yeah, see, Chris Mannix's unofficial scorecard has it 87-84 for Troy Bell because he had Troy Bell out to a very early lead. Here we are in the championship rounds, 2 minutes and 22 seconds left, 2-2-2. And Bell being pushed back by Mason, but seeming to have a little bit more energy here. Maybe Bell, again, veteran fighter, right? Fighters take rounds off. So last round, he did take a lot of damage to the body, but maybe that was him also taking a break. He's not snapping his punches this round, but he does seem a little bit more alive. It's round 10 of 12 here with 2 minutes left, and Troy Bell stepping to Abdullah Mason, looking to counter back. Okay, he's being back reactive. Both men pawing with the front hand. Mason still stalking Bell. Bell moving gently across the ropes, taking a slow walk. Mason obliging him. Neither man throwing punches. Both men posturing. Bell steps in with a hard 1-2 combination. The 2 gets home. Just a glancing blow. Nothing consequential, but it does score. Bell throws a 3-punch combination, looking a little bit more like earlier now. Here we go. Mason keeping his guard nice, high, and tight, walking and pressing forward towards Bell. Shoots a jab that lands on the beard of Bell. Bell stepping across the ropes. Mason throws another jab, parried by Bell, shoots another jab, parried by Bell. Bell walking and grazing across the ropes, but Mason steps in with a jab that lands. Bell stops towards the corner, but not quite in the corner. Eats a left hand from Mason and changes the angle. Here we go. Mason stalking Bell. Bell shoots a right hand, steps in. Abdullah Mason steps in to get underneath the right hand of Bell and chin checks Bell, and Bell squints his eye. He must have felt that in the bleeding eye. Hard right hook lands for Bell. Mason steps in, throws 2 body shots. Bell blocking the body shots as best as he can from the corner. Stiff arming Mason, looking to back Mason off. Steps in the hole. Mason looking to push him off and keep pressing the action in the fight. 40 seconds left. Mason stepping forward, looking to maintain his WBO championship with aggression and veracity. Bell steps to try to counter. No shot, no power left on the punches of Bell, but still has some some sharpness to them. Let me see here. Bell throws a right hand to the body of Mason. Looks like it gets home. Mason steps forward, guard high and tight. Bell shoots a right hand over the top, caught on the gloves of Mason. Mason steps forward with the jab. Bell responds with a right hand. Mason steps back in with a jab and lands. And the end of the round concludes. Here we go into the 11th and the 12th round. If Mason really wants to step on the gas, he could win this fight by stoppage. If I was him, that's his safest bet. Not even going to lie to you. To win by stoppage is his safest bet because I do believe that Abdullah Mason lost probably, not even going to hold you, maybe the first 5 rounds. So the safest bet is not to let it go to the cards because if Bell got any of these later rounds at all, this fight is closer than y'all think. I know it's a. His dad cursing on TV, y'all. They keep having to mute him. He telling him how to cut him off. He telling Abdullah that he's not cutting Troy Bell off properly, and he's telling him how to get the stoppage victory. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you not cutting him off, step over and rip the hook. Uncle Plug said, what you got, Classic? I got an even fight. I got it, I'll say it's 5-5 right now. Because I get Troy Bell. I don't think Troy Bell lost none of the first, 5 rounds for real. I ain't going to lie to you. It might have been 5-5. Or maybe 4-1, 4-1. But this fight close. It's a very close fight. If Troy Bell get a burst of energy, and start being able, Abdullah listened to his dad, though. He's stepping over, changing the angle, and ripping the hooks. That's one thing about him. He's a disciplined kid, and he going to try what his dad tell him. You know, in the ring, sometimes as boxers, we don't see what they see. You know what I'm saying? The trainer, you don't see what the trainer see. And so, you go in there and do your thing, but it's like, if he's telling you something and he's screaming at you with passion, he definitely sees something that you're not seeing, and you want to, At least give it a try. And Abdullah seems to be doing that as Bell continues to walk around the ring, change angles, and look to engage here and there. Troy Bell, I don't know if he's still trying to win this fight or if he's just trying to get through the 12 rounds. His nose looks broken pretty good, but I could be wrong. He's bleeding from his left eye. No, his nose might not be broke. But yeah, he's bleeding from his left eye, but that's been since earlier. Yeah, but he's still in the fight, but I don't know if he's trying to win rounds anymore. Looks like he gets hurt by a punch from Abdullah Mason, goes to hold. Abdullah stalking, Troy Bell moving laterally around the ring, left and right, fighting in big circles. Left and right, moving laterally. Abdullah goes to cut him off, throw a left hand, Bell dips underneath it. But again, Troy Bell will lose these rounds just for lack of offense. He's not really throwing. He's doing his best not to get beat the fuck up, but he's not really throwing anymore. Hard right hand to the body of Bell, just as I talk about his lack of output. But that's it. You know, earlier in the fight, it was 3, 4, and 5 punches, 6 punches. Now it's 1 and 2. Throws a hard right hand counter to the chin of Mason. Short punch. You guys might have missed it. Mason continues to stalk. Bell continues to move. Neither man is punching. Mason throws a 1-2, throws a hook, misses. Bell making Mason miss a lot and has gotten some level of offense off, but I don't know who you give this round to. Do you give it to Mason for pressing forward? But Bell's also shown better defense, not being hit by anything significant or consequential, landing little short shit, sneaky, sharp shit like that and getting up out of the way. Who do you give this round to? Is Bell stealing the 11th round, or is it just all aggression gets the win? You know what I mean? Because Mason is throwing the harder shots this round, but he hasn't really landed any of them. Not too many of them. So it's a close fight here. Here we go. Bell throws a hard 1-2 over the top. Mason ducks underneath. They temporarily clinch and they break. Bell goes back on his lateral movement trip. Mason looking to find him, shooting jabs, trying to cut Bell off, but not doing so very well. Shoots a left hook to the head of Bell. Round ends. Bell walks over to the corner, and Mason walks over to the corner. Let's see if we can get some corner commentary here. I missed the beginning of the fight. Yeah. Uncle Plug said, what you got, Classic? I don't know, man. It's close as hell. I got some bread on the draw is what I got. I bet on the draw. All right, so this is a situation that you want to try to avoid, but it happens, okay? So his dad is giving him an instruction on how to cut Troy Bell off in the ring, right? He's giving him an instruction on how to cut him off, but Mason's having a hard time executing the instruction, and maybe it's a situation where it's something that they haven't had an opportunity to work on extensively yet. And so his dad knows what he wants. Oh, hard left hand at the beginning of the 12th. Oh, and Troy Bell is down. Mason comes out at the beginning of the 12th with a straight left hand. Hurts Bell, and then comes with a hook left hand combination to put him down. Troy Bell doesn't know what hit him. That separates the fight. Mason comes out like a Mack truck. Left hand, right hand, missing by a mile. Bell grips him up, tries to hold him like a veteran. Calm down, young fella, calm down. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Mason throws a hard left hand again. Hard right hand, missing by a mile. Stop loading up. Chris Mannix has the fight close. 105-104 for Bell going into the 12th round. Oh, Mason with a left hand that drops Troy Bell for the second time in the 12th, and the referee waves it off. Let him get up. Oh, my God. The referee waves it off. That's a bad stoppage. I disagree, chat. No, chat. That's a bad stoppage. Let him get up. Let him get up, chat. No, chat. That's some bullshit, chat. Great victory for Abdullah Mason. Way to come out and finish the fight like a true champion. 12th round, came out, went for broke, straight left hand did it, called it by a mile. When you don't have a fix for it, run it back. And if he hasn't fixed it yet, run it back. Go again until he fixes it. Found a home for the straight left hand, and I was screaming, more. And Abdullah Mason wins by 12th round TKO and still WBO champion of the world. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The champ is here. The champ is here. Classic. Yes, sir. Way to end a homecoming fight. Albert Bell should not be ashamed of anything. Hopefully Albert Bell has garnered some additional attention in the 135-pound division and can get a couple of more big money fights as he's 33 years old, and we know boxing is a brutal sport, and so we don't know how much longer a 33-year-old in general is going to fight. So hopefully this leads to more money for Albert Bell here in the future. Shout out to Abdullah Mason for taking a late replacement with such acumen of an Albert Bell. Beautiful victory. This is one of those wins on Abdullah Mason's resume when guys will start saying that he hasn't fought nobody yet and he hasn't fought nobody on a certain level. And let me tell you something, guys. Albert Bell is no slouch. Albert Bell has been avoided in the shadows. Albert Bell is somebody who should have been on all of our radar a lot sooner. And he showed and he proved that tonight. Albert Bell has nothing to be ashamed of. And Abdullah Mason, with all of the reverence that I just gave Albert Bell, Abdullah Mason deserves double, right? Young champion, tough opponent, a guy that's familiar with you, older than you, more experienced, homecoming fight. You got all the distractions in the world. Niggas want free tickets, all type of stuff going on. Your brother's fighting on the same card. That's got to be emotional. Despite all of that, you come early struggles, trying to figure the guy out. He's tough. He's a boxer. Can't figure him out. You finally figure out what punch gets to him. You rip to the body. You listen to your dad. Man, you go out and you get a stoppage victory, man. Listen, man.
Classic.
Listen, chat. The sport of boxing is amazing, chat. Albert Bell was pissed at the stoppage. Let him get up and fight. Jesus. If I'm Albert Bell, I am pissed. Let him sleep me. I'm hurt, but I'm straight, folks. If he can't get me gone, let me alone. How you know I'm not gonna get up on wobbly legs and while he being over aggressive, catch his ass with one that I throw from, you know what I'm saying, throw from the back gate to home plate.
Classic.
You cut my legs off, ref. Cut my legs off. Rumble, young man, rumble. Yes, Lord. Nah, Record said, I think Bell will get more fights. Yep. Bell was poised, bro. Yeah, no, that boy could fight. Albert could fight, man. He could fight 29-0, now 29-1. That's a pure boxer right there. Only 9 knockouts, but a pure boxer. And at 135, he's going to give a lot of guys hell. Hey, listen, at 33 years old, being at his level, I know he probably want to get another title shot, and he most definitely can. But being a super high-paid gatekeeper ain't a bad job either. You know what I'm saying? Not saying they're going to serve you to all the young pups, but like, you know, being one of them fights where like, all right, if you could beat Albert Bell, you feel me? You can go get you a championship fight. And if you can't beat Albert Bell, this shit, Albert Bell going to get him another shot. You feel me? Being one of them guys in the sport. I think that's the position that Albert Bell places himself in this situation, man. But he's shown himself to be marketable. And Abdullah Mason has shown himself to be a future legend in this sport and a true young phenom. Nothing about Abdullah Mason is overrated,
Classic.
man. Hey. And while we giving out all this love and all this reverence for both fighters and all this appreciation and all that and talking all these guys up, man, shout out to Ohio,
Classic.
man. No, straight like that, though. Shout out to Ohio. Shout out to Cleveland. Shout out to Toledo. Albert Bell from Toledo. I got family in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure this is real big out there for Ohio, man. Not just the city of Cleveland, but for the state. You know, boxing is not big everywhere on the map. And when you get a championship fighter from your city, you know, it's something to be very, very proud of. You know, it's less people got championships in their city than it is, you know, guys that got, you know, I'm from Texas and, you know, the Cowboys got championships, or, you know, I'm from California and, you know, all these football teams, this, that, and the third. Like with boxing, when you got you a world champ from your city, you know what I'm saying? It's something to really, 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 you know, lean into and take pride in, because boxing is an individual sport, man. If you could build yourself up from the dirt from where I'm from, then that let me know it ain't nothing I can't do either, man. This shit, you know, having a world champion in your city, that's inspiration for the kids, man. Abdullah turned up.
How did you feel about the way you fought tonight? I feel great.
Classic.
It really is, you know, I appreciate
Nah, record said, oh, that's why he came out in the 12th like that. He said they told him he was down. So he went out there and just went for broke. Yeah, my man said they told me I was down and I wasn't. But so I just went upstairs and ended it. That boy sound like Terrence Crawford against Sean Porter. That shit crazy. Nah, record said, classic. Have you ever heard of One Punch from Philadelphia, a cruiserweight? Nah, I haven't heard of nobody named One Punch. But you know what, though? I might know him by face. But don't need a trip, man. I'm going on tour, G. I'm going on tour. You know, once Classic Code Sports get monetized, I'm taking this shit on the road. I'm finna go start getting, you know, training sessions in with some of these revered trainers. It's a lot of dope trainers that follow me on Instagram, and I follow them back, of course. But yeah, man, I'm gonna start going on tour, going to these gyms and training with the trainers, getting that real professional work, getting that mid work, you know, and just sharpening the sword. And then even in certain gyms, I'll get sparring and shit. But y'all know my philosophy on sparring. I don't spar everywhere. I've seen some things. I don't spar everywhere, and that's for good reason too. Because at the end of the day, when it comes, and Too Tight to tell you, Too Tight was just in the chat the other day telling y'all about how he hit somebody so hard in sparring one day he shit on himself. Things like that happen in the gym, right? But it's a lot of times in the gym where you see somebody get concussed, and they let that shit keep rolling and keep rolling and keep rolling. I started off in karate before boxing. And I don't believe in leaving years of your life or your career in the fucking gym. Now, at the fight, that's different. But you do have to hard spar to get ready. Don't get it fucked up. I hard spar. I think everybody should. But in a controlled environment with some integrity. It's some people that have been allowed to. And the reason why I word it that way is because when a man has rendered you defenseless and you still on your feet, you know, it's up to the coaches in the gym. It's up to whoever's overseeing that work to step in, right? Because you're there to get better. At the gym, you're there to get better, not killed, right? You shouldn't leave from training with a brain bleed. You know what I'm saying? So, but I am going on tour, though. We're finna go hit some of the most renowned gyms, some legendary, you know, the hole in the walls, the grungy joints where the equipment don't work. And we finna get some work in, man, and start going around and just training with some of the greats, man, if we can, or even the associate trainers or whoever we can get in touch with. We pulling up straight guerrilla style. It's Classic Code Sports, man. We love this shit for real. And also, of course, you know, if the blessing of the coaches or the trainers or the head of the house at those gyms will allow it, we'll be interviewing fighters and talking to fighters and, you know, establishing a rapport with fighters so we could turn Classic Code Sports up and take this boxing shit as well as other things to another level. Tomorrow, I will be getting up and trying to, well, I don't know how late I'm going to be up tonight, Chad. I ain't going to lie to you because we do have another show tonight. Nightcap meets Red Room one more time. Yesterday got fucking crazy. I don't know if today is going to go any better, chat, but after this we do have another live stream coming with myself, the Tez Down, and In Too Deep. So for those people who are going to be up late tonight, y'all got some hellified entertainment for sure coming up after I end this stream. So yeah, man. Mr. Good Down said, what's good, G? All is well. Nah Record said, yes, I agree. But yeah, man, great fight tonight. Great fight. I knew it would be. They're not going to call it fight of the year because it wasn't brutal and bloody enough. But let me tell you something. In my opinion, that's probably top 5 best fight that I've watched this year so far. That was an extremely competitive fight. Extremely competitive fight. Soft Rain said, I'm going to tap into the nightcap. You finna be woke? You know you finna go to sleep. You know you're going to go to sleep. But yeah, man, shout out to the young champion, Abdullah Mason. I'll be doing my recap tomorrow for you guys. I'll probably put it out either tomorrow or Monday. I'll be doing my recap on the fight. I also have to go back and watch Tiger Johnson. I'm going to rewatch Shoe's full fight with attentiveness. I'm going to go back and rewatch the whole card. I also want to hear Bud Crawford call this card because I like Bud's boxing mind. And so I want to hear him in combination with Sean and Tim Bradley. That probably was great. But for those of y'all that listen to me instead of listening to them, you know I don't take it for granted. You know I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? It's Classic Code Sports. Said, great show. Appreciate it. Soft Rain said, I'm going to be up. It's the weekend. Look, get you a little drink because yesterday they was tripping. I ain't going to lie to you, Soft Rain. Shit, I almost went and got some tequila yesterday, Soft Rain. I ain't going to lie to you. Uncle Plug said, good night, Classic. See you in the morning, 10 a.m. Story time, my brother. Uncle Plug got story time, 10 a.m. in the morning. Make sure y'all tap in with Uncle Plug TV for his live stream in the morning. Nah, Record said much respect to everyone. For sure, for sure. Gratitude. Make sure that y'all slide over to Classic Codes Sports and hit that subscribe button, chat. Classic Codes Sports and hit the subscribe button, man. But yeah, man, if y'all don't do nothing else for me, no, we got the rain report tomorrow as well. Earlier in the day, probably in the afternoon sometime. So make sure y'all tap in with Soft Rain with the weekly rain report. But yeah, man, it's been another segment of the Classic Codes. Abdullah Mason retains his 135-pound title. And we are signing off. If y'all don't do nothing else for me, make sure y'all stick to the codes. We got another classic. Yeah.
Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. But watching my story all winning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. Oh no. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't have farted. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Whoa. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever reward. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say